What's up, everybody? What's going on, honey? What is up? What is up? We are about to talk about a few things here. Real Housewives of Potomac as well as Married to Medicine. Okay. Now, before we get into that, we got some things we're gonna talk about. First things first, y'all. I almost canceled this live again. Okay. I kept getting distracted yesterday. I was not focused. Every time I said, okay, I'm finally watching Real Housewives of Potomac, something else would come up. My mama would call me, girl, and she really don't be calling. She FaceTime me. That's what my mama like. She be interrupting. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna trip too much because I'm glad to have my mama, girl. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the FaceTime, honey. But could you just shoot me a quick little text? Y'all know how y'all be in meetings and it be like, girl, you could have sent this in an email. You feel what I'm saying? And I really hate to say that. I'd be like, you could have, why did you FaceTime me, ma'am? Ma'am, you could have texted this to me, okay? And it still was gonna hit the same. You feel what I'm saying? But she gonna do what she wanna do because that's how she is, okay? Period. So who the hell am I? All right. So I just kept putting it off. And then earlier, girl, I was gonna do it earlier today. And then girl, life just hit and I was tired. You know what I'm saying, girl? I went to sleep. Okay, so it is what it is, honey. We are here now. Okay, what's up, everybody over here in the chat? What is going on? Oh, I almost canceled it again because I just happened to find this really dope as a workout video on YouTube. Okay, and I was like, oh my god, like it, girl. Yes, okay. I saw it and I said, well, girl, that made me feel like I want to work out right now. Okay, a 50-minute workout, a hit workout, okay, with the trap music, because I like the trap and stuff. I can't work out if I ain't got a little baby in the background. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have a little bit of hoodness to my workouts. You feel what I'm saying? And I just feel like our workouts hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like Effect Fitness. I don't know if you guys ever seen their videos, but it's just like something about doing the counts on the beat, not the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 type of workout videos. You know what I'm saying? It be and one. And like that's what I need. You know what I'm saying? When I'm getting my workout, it just pumps me up even more. So I was really excited, girl. I said, well, girl, I'm gonna try this class. This is cute. I really like this. So I'm definitely going to be doing it. Yes, it's like a trap cardio. Yes, ma'am. I don't know why I can't click on this one. Let me go over here and see if I can do it over here. Okay, because I'm trying to click. Yes, trap cardio. That's kind of what it is. You feel me? So I was like, yes, girl, this is definitely giving what I need. Okay, I'm definitely gonna be in that. The workout is different when the trap music isn't, period. When the trap music is in, so am I. And I was just feeling it. I was like, okay, come on, y'all. I like this. Okay. But we are about to talk about some things before we get into Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac. I do want to talk about Cynthia and Mike real quick, okay? The people are saying that they're no longer together. Cynthia took heel out of her bio over there on Instagram. We haven't really been seeing any pictures of them together. We've been seeing facades as far as her, wearing her engagement ring and I feel like I've been seeing videos of him without his, I'm sorry, not engagement ring, but her wedding ring. But I feel like I've been seeing video of him and pictures of him without his on. So maybe that's a common thing because a lot of people, guys that be married don't really be wearing their rings sometimes or whatever. So maybe a lot of people didn't think that of it. But yeah, people are slowly confirming that these individuals are not together. Like Cynthia just dropped a promo, right? She just dropped a promo for the Oval and she's wearing her ring on there. So I'm like, okay, either this was filmed a long time ago or she just filmed it and maybe they are still together. Maybe she's continuing to put out this united front that they are together. Then she did BravoCon. I feel like BravoCon probably was last week or maybe it's this week or whenever. She was wearing a ring at that time as well, continuing to put out the facade because she didn't want all y'all in a business. You feel what I'm saying? Well, it looks like the Jasmine brand that came out and kind of confirmed, according to their sources, that Cynthia and Mike are getting a divorce and there will be no more chill when it comes to this, okay? The Jasmine brand exclusively reports that Cynthia Bailey and her husband Mike Hill have split. According to a source, they said sources tell us that the Bravo reality star and the sports anchor have been separated for a while now. And I'm wondering, like, what's a while now? Because I could have sworn I saw some stuff on them not too long ago. So August 3rd of 2022, over here on I don't know what the, oh my watch is charging, but anyway, over here on Bravo, they said Cynthia Bailey shares the thirst trap photo that won Mike Hill's heart. She just talked about this in August 3rd, 2022. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, well, how long have they really been separated? And then the other question is, did Steve Harvey get it wrong? Because remember, she met this man on the Steve Harvey morning show. So, and he always quick to talk about something. What did he say? Act like a lady, think like a man. So did he get it wrong? I hate that. I really thought that Cynthia found her person. I was really happy for her. I thought they were going to go forward and do some great things. And this year is ass. Okay, because I felt like, and you know who I was gonna blame Martell and Sheree. The reason why I was gonna blame Martell and Sheree is because when they got together, that's when I started seeing all these divorces fly up out the sky. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Neo and them that started first, and then who else? We had, of course, well, not divorces, but you know, Nia Long and her situation with her fiance. You got Tia Mowry and her man. I feel like it's been some other ones too. So I kind of wanted to blame Sheree and them, like, y'all did this. The fact that y'all came together, everybody else decided to separate. But then I feel like I gotta go back to Devon and Megan. It ain't nobody fault for real. I'm just being funny. Like, Devon, you started this when you gave this lady divorce papers the week of Christmas going into the new year. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of want to go back all the way back to blame you. And then next thing you know, we got all these people. Yes, Miguel and his wife. Yes, Miguel and his wife. Yes. Next thing you know, we got all these people divorcing or separating or no longer being together. I feel away. I feel away. But at the same time, y'all, as sad as it is, because it's like, dang, another couple ripped apart, some of these divorces really don't have to be that bad, because if you're not happy, you know, just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think you're gonna be happy on your own, doing your own thing or whatever, then go do that. Ain't no point in staying in a relationship miserable and unhappy. You know what I'm saying? And continuing to resent yourself and your partner the longer you stay in it. So if you feel like you want to go on, separate. Is what we gotta do. Then do what you gotta do. And then Michael and Ashley Darby, we gonna get into them. Okay, them about to separate or whatever. So we'll see, child. It's a mess. Rumor has it Neo is losing in these legal streets. Listen, I saw that he was trying to get the judge to condemn her or something over some type of post that she made, and the judge was like, "Baby, if you don't sit your ass down, sit down." He's out of control. He's out of control because he's trying to have control. Yikes. We hate to see it. Cynthia doesn't know what she wants. You think it was Cynthia that caused this? Hmm. You think it was Cynthia? Not knowing exactly what it is that she want? Um, Marriages aren't lasting anymore for whatever reason. Yeah, they died. I mean, maybe they lasted longer back in the day because I think women tolerated more back then. And I also feel like, you know, women weren't able to really have jobs back in the day like the men were. So attaching yourself to a man that's going to come home, provide, take care of the family, is changing, because now women are kind of seeing that, like, I don't really need you for that. So what else? Like, I need you for other things. Like, and you're not fulfilling that part. I can make my own money. I need you over here for this, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think that has a lot to do with it now. People don't fight for their marriage. I mean, I think that's true too. I think that's true too. But who's to say they don't? That's the thing though. Like, when I think about Neo and Crystal, I feel like Crystal was about to file for a divorce a long time ago. And or at least they separated, or it was some story like that like a year or two ago, and then next thing you know, it's like official she's filing for a divorce. So I feel like people may fight for the marriage and we just don't know about it, right? We just don't know that they fighting for it. And then next thing you know, child, you know what I'm saying? Here it is. This is official. It's a divorce. We tried the past 3 years. Y'all may not know about it, but we did. But I still think that that point is a bit valid for some people, for sure. Yeah, people have too many options to put up with the BS. That's another one. And again, if it ain't options, is I could do bad all by myself. Why am I sitting here? Why am I dealing with this? Ooh. Cynthia ignored Mike's red flags. I can't disagree because she wanted to be married. Now that they're married, she can't ignore it. Listen, she really, really, really did. She really did. Mm. Damn, Cynthia. Well, the heart wanted what the heart wanted at that time, and now she's realizing that that's something that she no longer wants. I do wonder if she's gonna try to go forward and still be hopeful to find in love, or if she just gonna rock out on her own and just date and not try to lock anybody down or be locked down by anybody married wise. So I do wonder. I hate that for Cynthia. I hate that for everybody. But ultimately, if that's what makes them happy, y'all go do that. Go do that. I hope they don't, leave feeling like they were a failure or anything. Like sometimes it just don't work out. It's just what it is. A lot of people stay married for their children too, and then after the kids get grown enough, they decide, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and skate out. So it's time to go. This was cute, girl. We did what we need to do, but now I'm gonna go live my life, ain't he? And be a cougar or whatever it is they want to do. So yeah, guys, there's that. I wanted to bring that to the forefront so we could talk about that real briefly of what's going on. What? Oh, Leon hit up 50 Cent. That's her person. Listen, it might be her person. Is he already in a relationship though? I don't know. But that might be her person. Maybe she should go back to her baby daddy. They seem to have a really good friendship, so who knows? Um, yes, I do agree, Jamie. You can do bad by yourself. In many cases, women do better without a man these days, even live longer on average. Yikes. Oh, baby. And that was not a lie. They don't fight like my generation anymore. Social media plays a huge part nowadays. I could see that too. Definitely could see that too. He married? I was wondering if he was or not. I wasn't sure. I felt like he had somebody, but I didn't know if he was married. But okay. Oh, not y'all saying y'all don't want the woman back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, that makes for some juicy storyline stuff. I, that makes for some. Now, how you gonna say that? Now, y'all know y'all be feeling like Cynthia don't bring nothing to the TV screen, but now she got something to bring and she ain't even gonna be on there. Yikes. I feel like she might prefer it this way, honestly, to not be on there so she can kind of have her privacy and go through her grieving process or whatever. So maybe that's what she wants. But either way, good luck. Hope that works out for her ultimately in the end, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump real quick into the ladies of Married to Medicine. So Anila says that she's hired a private eye, okay, a PI, private investigator or whatever, involved to, and she also talked about doing a polygraph test because people are going around saying that she and her husband had something to do with their own home being robbed for insurance purposes, right? So out of nowhere, Quad brings up, yes, and I'll take one too. I'm sorry, y'all, but Quad truly annoyed me, as she often does on this show. And I just feel away because I know it's a lot of Mariah haters out there, and I do understand. And I'm not saying hater like y'all hating on her, but like just a strong dislike for her. Right. It's a lot of people that don't really care for Mariah, but I really liked Mariah. And it really sucks when you have people come to the show, put it on the map, or even create the show, right? And then get pushed out by the very people they helped put on. I feel away. I feel like if Mariah would have never did that lawsuit with Bravo, she probably would have been back. Haven't been hearing anything, so I don't know if they paid her off or whatever the case may be. But I feel away because I'm like, why we got Quad? Because didn't Mariah say, why are you here? You're not even married to medicine, my love. And I agree. Girl, you're not even married to medicine. But it's because the majority of y'all, and the cast, really likes Quad, so she continues to be around. And it's just interesting because it's like, yo, these the same ladies that you was trying to put down 2 seasons ago because you was a part of the sister circle and you felt like you didn't need them. But then now you coming back and involving yourself so heavily back into The late, you know what I'm saying? Like it just makes me I do feel away. Like I mean, I won't so get your coin, girl. Get your coin. I do. But girl, very much so annoying. Very much. And these are the same ladies that you was trying to do away with. And then now Sister Circle done got canceled and you done found your way back into having you a position on the show. But then y'all wanted to feel a way about Mariah because she wouldn't let y'all just stay and do whatever the hell y'all wanted to do. When it came to her, she would check y'all at every step, and y'all made sure that y'all figured out a way to come up against her and get her out. And if you ask me, as much as I enjoy Heavenly, Mariah's mouth ain't got nothing on Dr. Heavenly, yet y'all continue to keep her around and then make excuses for her as well as she's around. You feel what I'm saying? And that's fine because I do really do enjoy seeing Dr. Heavenly on the screen. I'm not even gonna lie to you, girl. I'm not. But when I do the comparison between the two, I do think that that's unfair. But that's just what I think, okay? Now, this is one quad said, first of all, I'm Simone. Simone was like, girl, why is it you need to take why you need to take a test, polygraph test? Like, girl, you don't even live in the manor. Girl, what is going on? I said, come on, Simone. I'm asking the same question. I said, because I want to make sure that she know that I ain't have nothing to do with it. Like, sit back. And this is what also killed me, because let somebody put a rumor like that on Quad. Quad is going to put on a whole theatrical show. For sure. And you just got a small piece of what Carrie said and you immediately ran with it and assumed that Toya did this to this woman. And I feel like it's because you're still feeling away that Toya called your last home an apartment or whatever the case was. And you still feeling a way about old beef. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like you saw a moment from what Carrie said, and you ran with that to drill in and make Toya look like the bad person this season or whatever the case like that. Like, I don't think that lady had nothing to do with this burglary. Now, when y'all bring up Carmitha and stuff like that, it's like, well, y'all might have a point, honey. Like, okay, when it come to her, you feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, Toya and Eugene, like, what would they gain? What would they truly gain from breaking in her house, taking her stuff? Like, I mean, or setting her up, right? Not so much as because I don't even think the conversation was really about Toya and them actively going into the home. I think it was just basically her setting them up. But I don't see like that just doesn't make sense to me. But I need more evidence. All right. That's just what I'm thinking. What else? Anila says she felt interrogated and says people think she did this to herself. Then says that she asked everybody, do y'all feel like this was a setup? I hollered when Toya was like, because at last week when they showed the clip, I was like, okay, that didn't seem like edited right. Like what? But when I saw the pauses and stuff, and Toya said, girl, I don't know what you would do. I said, I'm tickled. I'm tickled to say, like, girl, I don't know. I don't know you like that. I don't know you anymore. You don't know me, not no more. Not like I used to, bitch. I don't know you. Okay, because and I see where Toya was coming from now. I feel like Toya was coming from a place of I don't know who you are since you've allowed certain people to come into your life and manipulate your mindset on how you see me. And I really feel like if you have a friend in your life and they get around somebody else and that person can change their perspective about you, or just like your integrity, knowing your integrity, the type of person that you are, and they can change how that person or that person can change how your friend, ex-friend, or whatever views you, that's because that person had been feeling their way about you all along, in my opinion. But I saw where Toya was kind of coming from, like, girl, I don't know you no more because you get around these other folks and letting them influence you. And so it's like, yeah, I'm cool. So Quad and Toya started to get into it, right? Because when Quad was like, okay, Anila, what else you want to say, girl? And Miss Toya was like, well, girl, anyway, like whatever. And here go Quad, yeah, whatever. Come at me like that and see what you get. Like, where is all of this energy coming from? And that's when Simone said something like Toya and Quad have been at it for years or whatever. And they're pretty much arguing over nothing. They're creating beefs and issues over nothing. And I can see that. But I also feel like, Simone, you be quiet. You should have let Contessa say that or somebody else, because, girl, you was over here keeping up issues with Jackie for the longest as well. I understood it, but you had your own stuff too. Okay. So there's that. What else? Anila and Toya, I felt like they needed to have a one-on-one conversation with each other outside of everybody else in order to get their friendship back on track. And we're gonna see that happens, but we're also gonna see Anila for the liar that she showed herself to be in this episode. Okay. So Contessa finally pulled up, girl. They was lost and they was last. And I don't blame her, because I do not fucking play with the snow here in GA. I will not go, because here's the thing down here. It's not so much as the snow, it's the black ice that's on the roads, and the people in the areas, or whoever, the government workers or whatever, not being prepared to lay down the right salt and shit. Because I took a back road one time trying to go to work, and a BIT definitely slid on some ice, and car was definitely in the back of somebody. Well, it really wasn't their yard, it was like their yard, a lot of land, and then some more houses. And I'm like, what the hell? Thank God. Like, I literally did not hit a tree. I landed on top of a small tree. I thought I was gone, literally. But it was trees all around. Nobody but God. Trees, but all around me. Didn't hit not one, but I landed on top of a small tree or whatever. So yeah, I'm like, girl, I don't play with that shit. Like, so anybody up north, y'all can crack whatever fucking jokes you want to, baby. Understand? Not finna get on it because Georgia's not prepared for it. Okay. So there's that. All right, so I'm with Contessa, and when Contessa said, "Girl, that shit was scary," I said, "I know it was, Contessa, because I would have been driving 2 miles per hour on your." It's like, what? Can't just fly me there and just let me land on top of the house? Girl, just fly me there and let me land, bitch. Because if you think that I'm finna drive in this, that's the trip I'm gonna have to miss, baby. Let me put in my sick leave or something. Because I'm not going on that trip right there, bitch. If I gotta be sitting up there driving and be worried about that, hell no, not me. But anyway, never again. Never again. And that's the other thing. It's like work ain't never that fucking important. Do you hear me? Bitch? If it gotta be a day that I'm just not getting paid for that day, fine. Fine, because I gotta be here for mine, baby. So just won't be here then, baby. Don't pay me, do whatever you're gonna do, however you want to do it, not coming the fuck in, period. Okay, so that's just where I'm at, ready to go. But anyway, let's get to this resuscitation mean, because that's what we at. So Toya calls out Audra, because she was like, and this is what I didn't like though, Toya. I was like, everybody is calm. Toya, you've been calm for the most part. You were even calm with Quad, and that's what makes it look crazy, because you could let Quad get crazy with you, but you never get crazy with her. But we know that you can go there. So I'm like, check Quad, put her as in her place. And I know you've done it in the past, but in that moment, Quad wouldn't be able to sit on the opposite side of the table with me and tell me what the she would or wouldn't do when this conversation ain't even about you. I'm not even talking to you. And I would have kept throwing Mariah Reeves in her damn face. You're not even married to medicine, my love. Why are you here? Okay. You should have got her together, but then you take that energy and you throw it at Audra out of nowhere, which was very weird. I'm glad y'all came to some type of resolve by the end of it, but I was like, Toya, I think Simone said, baby, you got to give her a chance to get some words out of her mouth. Like, give her 1 second. So Toya calls out Audra for chest bumping her. And I do understand that frustration, because Toya was right. Like, why did you chest bump me, leaving me in a position to defend myself? I loved how Toya put that. I was like, why would you chest? Basically, you started this, right? And she really did, though. Like, Audra, she really did start it. She started when she started calling out that lady Leans and all this other stuff, looking for a moment. Then she turned around, kept antagonizing that lady, got all up in that lady's face, and that lady put her hands in her face. And then that's when she was trying to, swing on her. So, I mean, listen, Toya wasn't necessarily lying, okay? So yeah, Toya asked Audra, like, girl, what's your beef with me? Okay. Now, Audra tells her whatever the boiling point was, she said it wasn't that deep. And she says she didn't know how she got to that point. And I'm like, how do you mean whatever it was, whatever the boiling point was, it wasn't that deep? How do you say that? And then you turn around and say that it shouldn't have got to that point when you were the one that started both points. That's not adding up, okay? So then Toya brings up her fight with Mariah, and she talks about how it was very depressing for her. Did y'all catch Quad face? And I did chuckle. Quad was sitting up there like, nah, girl, you not gonna lie over here. I'm gonna let you keep talking though with your lying ass. Like, that's what I was getting off Quad's first. Like, girl, it was not that deep. And I'm chuckling, right? But it was that deep for Toya. Toya felt like people were gonna start questioning her motherhood and whether she was a good mom to be down there fighting on TV. Because keep in mind, when they fought, that was before, like, I think that could have been either a year or months before we actually saw it. So she probably was really concerned about how it was going to look once it got on TV that first season, and how everybody else was going to see her and view her and judge her, right? So I think that's what she was really, and her family, really worried about, right? So she says that she questioned herself as a woman, she questioned herself as a mom or whatnot. And then she also goes on to apologize to Audra and just let her know, like, listen, Obviously, I must have done something to cause you to get to that place. So if I did, I apologize. Audra accepted it. She thought that it was really genuine and the ladies were able to move forward. And I really like that a lot. I like the fact that they were able to talk, they were able to resolve it and move forward, because I think that Audra and Toya could have a really good friendship. I think all of those ladies can have a really, even Heavenly, all of them could really have good friendships for the most part. I don't know what it is about this group. I do like them for the most part. I pretty much like everybody. I mean, Quad just be getting annoying at times, but for the most part, I really like the cast. What else? Anila. Anila and Toya eventually have a conversation. Okay, Audra is there, of course, and Toya felt like Anila brought someone to Quad's party to bring up lies about her that she knew was not true. I liked again how Toya worded that. Okay, because I felt like she said you brought somebody to the party to tell lies about me. And I think she kind of corrected her stuff and made sure that she said that you knew were not true. Basically, you knew exactly what you were doing. Anila lies and says, "Oh my god, oh my god, wait." Girl, no. She called me. She called me and said, "Hey, Quad invited me to the party and I could bring somebody." And I'm like, why is she telling you that Quad invited her to the party and you could bring somebody when Quad automatically was going to invite you to the party? So you probably could have brought somebody too. So I'm confused. Why what? That little statement alone let me know that Anila, that didn't make sense. So then they give us the flashbacks. I appreciate this. Okay. They put up the flashback of Anila getting ready to not she wanted to go in on Toya, but y'all know Anila really ain't about that life for real, for real. So she's telling the lady, like, you need to bring it up. You need to help me. You need to help me. I said yes. Like, girl, did you forget that you was mic'd or something? I love the fact that they showed that part of Anila. I said, so now if you and Toya are not cool at this very moment, it's because you sat up there in that lady face and you lied to her, knowing that this lady was definitely, whether you brought her to the party or not, you participated the same way that you sat up there and was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have nothing to do with any of this. You had everything to do with it. You had everything. And I'm a bit disappointed. You had everything to do with that. And you told this lady to help you so that she can't spill the tea on Toya in front of everybody and her messing around. So you knew exactly what you were doing. I think that's messed up. So if y'all are not cool, if Toya comes and drags you at the reunion, we know why. We know why, okay? So then Anila switches the conversation because she knew she was full of shit, and then says that then she brings up her getting attacked or whatever, being robbed and all that other stuff, and how it made her feel and what she was going through. And Toya says, you would think I would have something to do with that. Toya said, I'm 45 years old. I don't have time to play them type of games. And I agree with Toya in all honesty. And when she said she was 45, I was like, BIT 45. Toya did not look 45 years old to me. I don't know why. She looked a bit younger. I thought she was like in her late 30s or something. But Toya said she had 40. I did, Toya. But anyway, Toya ended up apologizing to Anila for basically not showing her concern and her care for her when she learned about her home. Even though she knew that the house had got robbed, she had been watching her home and everything. Like, dang, she's still not there. So you could tell she was a bit concerned about her friend, but she never reached out or showed any of that. And Anila is like, had I known that, had I known that, oh, so much of this would have been easier. And I'm just like, girl, you're so bogus. You are so bogus. Girl, had you known that, nothing would have changed. Nothing. Nothing would have changed, girl. So anyway, it is what it is. What else happened? The guys talk about the robbery. Kieran is upset because he's feeling like people are trying to say that he and his wife had something to do with this. He's been very clear that's not what it is, and I need to stop those rumors right here in the tracks. And Eugene said, "Well, why are you over there talking? Let's because if it ain't y'all, they saying it's us. Okay, so let's talk about that. Because me and my wife ain't got shit to do with what y'all got going on. Okay, so y'all may have put on y'all U-Haul suits and everything like that, and trying to make fun of movers, and then y'all turned around and got some shit moved up out your house. It wasn't us. We didn't do that. Okay. We didn't come to collect. So I don't appreciate that either. But at the end of the day, Kieran was like, well, listen, it's all good. The ladies may be handling this poorly, but I want you to know that, like, we're good. All right. I'm not going to let it go no further. I think that, I don't know, because I feel like Kieran didn't say, I don't think he said he didn't believe it or not, but I want to believe that he doesn't believe that Eugene and Toya actually did this. But at the end of the day, he is moving to a place of moving forward, and we just gonna go from there. Now, nothing else really happened to me throughout the rest of the scene, aside from the episode, aside from the sex conversations. And that's where we saw, first of all, Contessa, whatever Bondi said about you was true, bitch. Okay. Because the way you was over there letting your breasts casually fall out, letting your little casually fall out, girl. Okay, and over there getting the massages and stuff from the ladies, and you was in heaven and enjoying it, girl. You definitely want you one of them. You did. Now Bondi been right at least twice so far this week, bitch. Okay. At least, okay, with Destiny's mother and with you. Understand, okay? So you definitely want one of them, and I definitely saw exactly what the hell she meant on that episode for sure. All right, even your husband came in and said, "Oh, you in heaven?" I said, "Oh, so you know too? So you know what she want? Got it? Okay, all right. Do what you want to do, girl. That's your part. Do what you want to do. If he like it, then who the hell am I? That's your marriage. Do what you want to do. Okay. So anyway, Toya, everybody talking about sex, sex, whatever at the table. Toya, I don't know where we got on this conversation, but Eugene ended up talking about his sex life and how he's hunched somebody over here, hunched somebody in this conference room, this lab and stuff. And Toya's like, it wasn't me. See, you can do all this stuff before you're with me, but then when you get with me, I get the lame sex or the whack sex. And I said, Toya, I feel like Toya says out loud what a lot of those women be thinking. And not just those women, but I'm sure a lot of women be thinking. But girl, it hit different when your man on national TV. Like, you cannot keep disrespecting him and his package. You just can't. I can't take it. I cannot take it. Please stop. All right. So we'll see what's gonna happen from that, situation on next week's episode. But the way she be dissing this man and his sex, baby, she won't get too many more times to play me like that. He still be being very respectful with that lady, and she just do whatever she want to do. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold on. Why my mouse acting funny today? I need to charge her. There got to be SEX conversation. Oh, because Eugene was bowling because he was sexual. Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you, boo. Thank you. And what's so funny is that Toya and Eugene probably have the strongest marriage out of all. Ooh. Ooh. Listen. I mean, I feel like they probably do. And I'm only agreeing because I'm just reflecting on it. Doesn't, like, they don't have infidelity issues. They haven't had a friend interfering in their marriage to where they wanted, like, they just haven't come to a place where they were actually heavily considering divorce. The only thing we saw primarily this season was them just trying to figure out where to go in their own, like, personal goals and stuff like that, so that they can eventually, become one. Because it seems like they were unhappy with their personal, like, individual life and goals and stuff, which was also affecting how they came together. But it was never a conversation of not wanting to be with each other, I don't think. So you could have a point there. There's always saying how much they need sex from each other, but constantly talk mess about it as well. It's confusing, right? The sneak peek show that everyone laughed it off, and most of the women agree with Toya in their confessionals. Ooh. I was wondering why I couldn't see all the chats. I was on the backup page. Barry sing. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see, Contessa might be a stud, all that bodybuilding, and what now? Whoa. Not her possibly being a stud, child. Y'all's a mess. I think Contessa just likes her feet massage no matter who does it. I don't think she is necessarily that way. Gotcha. Okay. I gotcha, Donna D. I gotcha, honey. I should have had some. I need some Kleenex. This is a hard ass paper towel. Let's see. What you said? Bondi can spot a woman who likes women from a mile away. Y'all are a mess. Toya gets a bad rep, but she has shown the most growth out of anyone on this show. She's slowly becoming one of my favorites. Okay. Okay. Let me see what else. Then we're gonna get to Real Housewives of Potomac. Their friendships was messed up way before this rumor situation. Toya absolutely flipped on Anila last season. Gotcha. Kieran lied because he did imply that it was Eugene and Toya in their kitchen and in the confessionals. Ooh, I want to see how this gonna play out at the reunion. I do want to see how this gonna play out. Contessa, yeah, Contessa was paying all the women buying while barely wanted to kiss her hubby back. Ooh, Chile. Contessa is that way. She did say that they swung that way before. Listen, she said if she gonna have a girl crush, she gonna have one. And she said she was crushing on the ladies. So I don't know. We'll see, girl. I ain't gonna put that on Contessa. Do what you want to do, girl. It's a free world, honey. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. All right. We're about to go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac real quick. So just make sure you guys go ahead and like the video for me if you've yet to do so. This was a cute episode for what it was giving. All right. I definitely struggled getting through it because of so many distractions, but we're going to talk about it now. So Giselle, Karen, Robin, and Ashley link up in some park to sit down, have a good conversation. First we see Giselle and Karen. This is them letting us know those ladies are on better terms comparing to how they were last year. All right. Now Ashley arrives, and before she arrives, they talked about Ashley being busy or something like that. And then Giselle brings up her being on TikTok and how it's her therapy. Listen, TikTok is truly Ashley's therapy. It is truly that girl's therapy. And I must say, watching Ashley's TikToks kind of made me start liking Ashley a little bit, especially when I saw that her and Candace ended up, I think they went out to eat or something like that. And I was like, Then what she like the announcement of I think the divorce really took me over. Okay. The divorce definitely got me with one foot in Ashley pond. Okay. I'll say a toe because you know how Ashley do. I may have to pull it back. Okay. Definitely got my feet over there. All right. And girl, it's giving the 10 of it all. Okay. Ashley's looking more like what she is. Okay. The hairstyles are giving. It's crazy because it makes me wonder, like, Ashley, could you not wear these styles when you were with Michael or something? Because now I'm seeing the black girl in you, right? And I'm liking it. Like do you, Ashley, the free spirit, the TikTokies, the shaking the little bitty booty? Let's go. All right. Don't piss me off though, because then I'll be back on the other side of the pond. All right. So anyway, there's that. They speak on Michael, and Karen has the nerve to ask, "How did they get here?" Girl, I was with Giselle. Don't ask how we get. How did you get here? Bitch, I took the bus. Like, girl, I'm finna get the hell out of Dodge. Like, do you see this man? Do you know what we've been dealing with Michael, and he ain't even our man over the past few years? Like, girl, why is you asking how did we get here? Okay, girl, you knew Michael was full of shit. And y'all also knew more than that why Ashley was really with him. Like, we're not gonna play these games. Ashley was with that man for security. Okay, understand that. That's the reason why she over here a little finicky about this divorce, because it's always about security for her. And I don't blame her. I mean, if you're gonna marry somebody that old, girl, I know it ain't for looks and attraction. You better be for security. But let's keep going. So then Karen says she's 17 younger because they talk about Ray, and she talks about being 17 years younger or whatever. Giselle called her out, and then Karen's like, "Girl, don't play me, okay? Because my math be mathing better than Miss Mia's." So that's when we get into the conversation about Mia and her latest post that she made earlier this year talking about the cancer situation. It was definitely confusing, unclear. I was thinking, like, do she have cancer? I couldn't say that she had it because she didn't necessarily say that. Seems like she was going to get the test ran to find out if she got it, but she definitely I want to say she overhyped it, y'all. I really do. But some part of me feel bad for saying that she overhyped a health scare when some people do overreact to just the minimal type of health situations, you know? So I kind of feel bad for saying that, but that's what it was giving. Like, you overhyped it, overdid it. it was giving a little bit of not so much as attention as Giselle said, but after such a rough season and people eating your ass up, it was giving sympathy for me, please. Okay. That's it wasn't right. All right. So then Giselle says that she was confused about Mia for something for that or whatever. So Robin says that she's confused on what's going on with her because she seems like she's playing with cancer. Like you try to act like you was the victim, and it also was coming off like you were attention seeking. And this is what Miss Robin was saying. And I'm over here saying to myself, like, well, Candace tried to tell y'all how she was last season, but y'all wasn't really trying to hear. Even Ashley had to chime in and talk about how some things Mia said wasn't and I'm like, but Ashley, all last season you were talking about how much you liked Mia. Now you want to sit up here and bring the things that she say into question. You know what it probably was? It probably was watching the season back. Well, Ashley probably watched the season back and saw and was like, ooh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. What you said, Kim? Kim saying, no, Jamie, let's call a thing a thing. Mia knew what she was doing. Ooh, well, I stand corrected. There's that. Embarrassing. All right. So yeah, Ashley probably watched the season back and maybe other ladies did too and was like, yeah, that's not how they should have went. Okay. So Karen says that she doesn't play with fake announcements like that, especially like health announcements. She don't play with that. She says that she doesn't believe it was a cry for attention. You know, maybe it could have been like a serious thing, but ain't nobody gonna know till they had that conversation with me to really find out, like, girl, what's going on? Right. So they switched to talking about Ashley. And she's getting this long needed, long wanted divorce from Michael. Praise God. Okay. So Ashley says that she no longer drinks. I might need to, girl. Listen, I'm lying, girl. I'm gonna have me some wine, girl. If I don't have like no tequila or something like that every now and then, girl, I'm gonna need me some wine. So I don't know how you say you don't drink, Ashley. Like I don't know. You need more people. Maybe you don't drink like you used to drink, but you may have it occasionally. Anyway, so she says that she no longer drinks. All right. And they just, they was like, okay, so that's the reason why, girl. She was like, well, no, it wasn't just that. I'm like, yeah, Ashley, because right now you're giving us these fake ass answers. Like, come on, you like give us enough to for us to believe, because the real answer is, girl, you know, I was never into that man anyway, girl. You knew that, right? But you knew I was there for security, yo. That's why I had them 2 kids. Good, yes, girl. And then he got money, girl. He finna take care of me, bitch. I'm not finna. No, ma'am. So give us the real answer, okay? Or at least not the real one, because that's the real one. Give us an answer we could believe. So then Ashley says that, well, you know, we were down in, you know, having a trip, I guess in Florida somewhere, and there was a woman that was really interested in me, right? And I wasn't. I wasn't interested in doing that, but Michael was. And that was a problem. And then Robin, like, well, girl, I thought that was understood. You had been saying that a long time ago that that's not something you're trying to do, that you wasn't trying to share Michael. And she did, because I thought they talked about that in the counseling session or something or whatever. So she tries to say that that was, you know, basically she's saying that they're on different levels. I'm like, Ashley, girl, y'all always have been on different levels. And I just don't understand how Michael being in. It's no disrespect or shade. I'm not there yet, which is why I don't understand, okay? I'm not understanding how Michael, being as old as he is, has that much freak in him. All right. That's what I'm saying. Now, I did hear at a young age that the old folk be the ones that be hunching the most. I don't know how. I don't, because I always just figure, you know, hip things come into play, different stuff, back issue. You know what I'm saying? What I thought, but I'm not there yet, so I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm coming from with it. All right. So, Ashley was struggling to explain, and I said, we get it. He older, you younger. His drive is higher than yours. I don't understand it. I don't understand how, but okay. But the true answer is you're not and never was that interested in him. It's just that. All right. So Ashley says that she and Michael are buying a home with the LLC. Ashley, drop in my DMs how to do that. Let me know what I need to do, girl. Since y'all want to put y'all houses in y'all LLCs, okay, in y'all businesses name or whatnot. Okay. So that's something that they're doing. So Robin chimes in and says, well, that doesn't make sense. So you guys are buying a house, but you're getting a divorce. Like, that's not adding up. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, Then Robin goes to the confessional and says, I mean, I would not buy a house with Juan after I filed for a divorce. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's crazy. And I'm over here like, girl, shut up. Because didn't you stay with this man for the past few years that y'all have been divorced? House bought or not house bought, and y'all could not buy a house because didn't you have involvement with one of your best friends that resulted in all his fucking money being gone? I'm confused. So there, all the money was gone for him to be able to buy a house any damn way. I'm just lost. And I like Robin. You know, like you cool. Like you may not bring a whole lot, like the people say, but I like Robin. But anyway, girl, shut up. Shut up. Okay, I'm with you, but it's coming from the wrong person. Now, if Karen would have got up there in the confessional, I probably would have believed it. But you actually live with this man for decades, and then you want to sit up here, girl, be quiet, be quiet. But did y'all catch the nugget? And it's on my mind now. I may forget, but did y'all catch the nugget at the spring event when Giselle said that the house is in Robin's name? That's why Robin want that motherfucking prenup, baby. And I said, I don't blame Robin for wanting that just a little bit. Just a little bit, girl. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like you should let him get some kind of money from your, it's considering the fact that you lost his the last time. But anyway, they ain't not my business. But listen, they got a big, beautiful ass house that she just moved into earlier this year, I believe. And from what they saying, according to Giselle, from what it sounds like, that house is in the name of Miss Robin. Ooh, be okay. Robin ain't crazy. That's why Robin ain't trying to get damn married. You know, people over here thinking that it's probably one that don't want the marriage. It seems like it's Robin that may not want it because I feel like she doesn't know how to have the conversation about the prenup. And I don't know what the laws are in their area. Like if you don't have one, if you do have one, how much the other partner gets if you're the breadwinner or whatever the case is. But she might know a little something, and she's like, that ain't finna get on my mind. No, ma'am. If this don't work out, hell no. So I don't know. But I'm like, are you really? Even if y'all were to get a divorce, would you for real, leave him this time? If y'all were to, separate, whatever the case is, I don't really see her ever leaving him. But who knows, child? That's just what I'm wondering. Girl, let me move on. Girl, let me get to the other part. Okay. So then Karen tells her if Michael gets crazy with her, she tells her that she needs to get crazy right back with it, is because when people are about to go through a divorce, that's when things get, a bit hectic. So then Ashley says, well, I believe that, my divorce from Michael is going to be very amicable, because, it's something that happened gradually over time. So because it happened gradually over time, I think it'd be more amicable. But I do think, as things get closer, and it gets more real for Michael, like he might be a bit revengeful. And I'm like, Ashley, that's how all divorces are, girl. They all happen gradually. I just refuse to believe that it's just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, no, I think it's a gradual thing that is probably been in a person's mind. You probably thought about divorcing him before you even had them kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's been a great shit for your situation. Let's just speak to you. The shit that Michael has done on the show for the past few years has definitely been gradual. So that's duh. That don't mean nothing. I said, Ashley, girl, you funny. I feel bad for you a little bit because, girl, you want to believe positive things are going to happen. Here's the thing. Ashley's scared as fuck. Ashley don't want to do nothing because see that prenup is done with, right? So she is, I guess, liable to 50%, half of his shit, whatever the case is. But because he's the one that got the most money, I think she's afraid that if she pisses him off, he's going to give her less than what she's really owed. Like he's going to finesse it and finagle it to where she's not going to really get anything. And I'm like, he's finessing you right now, dear heart, with preparing the proposal and convincing your ass that y'all should put your house in an LLC that both of y'all own. But let's go ahead and keep going. All right. So, what else happened? Yeah. She says that she gets as it gets real for him. We already talked about that. So anyway, Candace and Chris. So they're planning to have babies. So she's gonna be saving her eggs. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's pregnant. I think Candace is pregnant. But I just feel like she hasn't announced it yet. She's waiting. Shame on me. I'm not trying to announce her pregnancy at all. I'm just telling you guys what I think, because I don't want to be that person. But when I saw her on her latest reel and how she had something tied around her stomach, and then when she was doing a little dance, I saw her grabbing her stomach. I was like, is she? I mean, I don't want to really. Maybe she just gained a little weight. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be that person. But I'm kind of being that person. So I'm wondering. That would be nice if she is, and she announces it at like the reunion, like, "Hi guys, I'm also many months pregnant." Like that would be cute. Anyway, so she's planning on having these kids. And she also is planning on continuing her music career. I think she's about to redrop her album. She's going on tours and stuff. So she got a lot going on. This girl booked and busy. She been doing acting. So she got a lot going on. So the doctor tells her, listen, you're going to have to be consistent. We're going to do one treatment. We got a few more treatments coming up. So you're going to have to be consistent. Like we can't be pushing stuff off. But then she looks at Chris. Understand this, y'all. She looks to Chris and talks to him about his schedule not being consistent. And I'm just kind of like, Candace, I haven't really seen you slow down at all since you dropped your album. So I'm a little confused as to why, excuse me, you're looking at him like he the one that's inconsistent with stuff because he comes home late and XYZ. And I'm just like, y'all do the same thing. Like y'all both busy as hell. Like, so if you want him to adjust his schedule, you need to adjust your schedule as well. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't like how she was kind of like making it all about him, like he was the one that was in the wrong type stuff. Like, fix your schedule. You're doing this, you're doing that, whatever. So, anywho, Chris getting frustrated with her ass by the time they get to the car. And yeah, I felt like she was being inconsiderate and lacking consideration for his job. And it also seems like, Candace, do you want him to be a stay-at-home dad as you're talking about this? Like, do you want him to be like what? You want him to be a stay-at-home daddy with the kids while you go out here and you pursue your stuff? I don't think Chris wants that because even when I guess he didn't have his regular chef job, he was being ridiculed and dragged by the public. So I don't think he wants to be in that position to where anybody could just say those things, about him and all that good jazz or whatever. But yeah, so that's what's going on with them. Let's get to Robin and Sharice because Sharice is back, and I'm glad to see Sharice. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm glad that she's back a little bit. I should have knew that she was gonna be back because earlier this year they did a quick story on her over there on their Bravo website. They were talking about Sharice, and I'm like, oh, okay. The fact that y'all decided to do like a little special on her, not on Katie or anybody else, makes me think she could possibly be coming back this season. And here we are. Okay. Sharice was in charge of the girls. Okay. Keep in mind, a lot of people didn't know that. That's what she talked about and shared in that Bravo video. She was in charge of the girls. And when I say in charge of the girls, she was responsible for bringing all these girls to the show and giving them the status that they got now. All right. Shout out to Robin for explaining how she even met Giselle anyway, was by way of Sharice. So, and I agree with Robin when Robin was like, so for Karen to be like, she's the grand dame, you know what I'm saying? That title really goes to Sharice. And I always agree with Sharice when Sharice sat at the reunion and told her, you're not a grand dame of anything, you know? At the time, she wasn't, but I do think that Karen may be the grand dame. She's like, since Sharice has been gone, Karen has kind of been in charge of the girls just a little bit, okay? Especially with style, because she has definitely surpassed the head woman of Potomac, which would be, Giselle. So there's that, okay? What else? So let's see. So Sharice opens up. Okay, yeah. So Sharice opens up and tells Robin about her sexual relationships. We don't need to hear about that, Sharice. But anyway, so she wants to know about Robin when Robin is having the wedding, when is the date set, and Robin's just like, I don't know, don't ask me no shit like that. I don't know. I don't know. But why you here and you trying to get in my business? Let me ask you about this prenup. Okay. I just feel like if you're not the breadwinner of the family, you should not be getting half of the money. I kind of agree with Robin. I do. I agree. And Sharice said, wait a minute, BIT, you don't think I need to get half? She's like, no, you don't. You don't think I deserve it? No, I don't. I don't think that you deserve that. You think you deserve that? Yeah, I do. Why do you think you deserve that? Because, all the time that I was loving you, you was busy loving yourself. And you was back home cooking and cleaning, taking care of the kids and all that. So you feel like you deserve it. I think you're entitled to something. Yes. Half, I don't know. But again, who knows, Sean? Maybe things change in the future. Maybe my mindset will change. Maybe I feel the way I feel, baby. I don't think so. I'm kind of like take what's yours. You know what I'm saying? Because if I try to get half, you ain't gonna do nothing but give me hell about it anyway. So I mean, do whatever you're gonna do. But whatever, girl. I mean, give me something. I ain't saying I won't have. I want something because I was here. I helped. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to say I want half of your money. I mean, you give me like 3/4 or something like that, like a little change, no one half, whatever. Anyway, give me a little coin, child. So what else? So she believes that they should be married, but she wants to kind of like get a prenup. We talked about that. She know he gonna trip. One gonna be mad because again, that's why I feel like one should get something. I do. I feel like one should get something because you lost that man money the last time. So get at me if y'all happen to separate. Get at me in a little corner, a little corner of a piece of something. Okay. What else? So she tells Sharice about Ashley and Michael getting a divorce, but they buying a house together. Nobody understands that. None of that makes sense. Sharice thinks Ashley and Michael often make up these stories. She says they often make up these stories, i.e., storylines, and I think that she's just looking for attention from y'all. That's not far fetched to me. That's not far fetched. I'm like, damn, that would be so messed up if Ashley dropped this as her storyline, only for us to go into another season of her still being married to this man. I'm gonna be mad. Girl, a divorce needs to be coming. Okay, it needs to be coming. Like, is this for a storyline? Are you just saying that to be saying it, Ashley? Or what? I hope you are getting a divorce from this nut. But let's go ahead and keep going. All right. So Mia has moved to Potomac. She up the street from Karen. I have to say, Mia's house is the bomb. Mia's house looks better than Karen's, girl. It does. I'm like, girl, Karen, pressure wash, paint the outside. Give us something else. But Mia's house is beautiful. So Mia says that when her mom comes, her mama asks her, like, did you get the results? Did you get whatever? And she was like, she said, first of all, Mia said about what? I'm like, oh, I don't know, Mia. This ain't a good look. The fact that you asking about what, like you ain't just make this post, people gonna start thinking that you lying again, Mia. All right. So Mia says, well, listen, I have a disease and they want to make sure that it did not spread to my lungs. She said I did have to get some stitches and stuff because they had to do like a biopsy. They had to pull some things. I had some lumps or whatever that was found in my chest. So they have to run tests on that to see what it is. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. Girl, I gotta look this up. Lymphoma. What is that? I be seeing it on the commercials, but I'm not sure. Okay, general term for cancers that start in the lymph system, the tissues and organs that produce, store, and carry white blood cells that fight infections. The two main kinds of lymphoma are, I don't know how to say that, girl, which spreads in an orderly manner from one lymph node to the next. Oh, wow. Oh. Well, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, okay. That's what Miss Mia said. That's what she got going on, honey. I hope that's not what it is. Okay. I hope it's like benign. I hope it ain't nothing like that because I don't wish that on her. But she says that she had the chest exams or whatever, and they're gonna figure out what's going on with her. So Karen comes to the house. Mia sits down. They talk about her latest post. Mia says that she took it to social media because her best friend Jacqueline suggested that she did. So I want to know how the fallout happened, and I'm wondering now, like, is Jacqueline? Are you gonna try and turn on her? Because keep in mind, she said you was the one that encouraged her to put it on Instagram. So are you going to then turn around and probably judge her for putting it on Instagram? Like, what's going to happen at the height of the fallout between the both of y'all? Okay. Anyway, so Karen tells her that if I was her, she like if I were you, I would have approached it differently. She says because you know how the ladies are in the circle, they're judgmental, they always got something to say, they're gonna question a lot of stuff. And me say I don't give a fuck what they're gonna question or what they're gonna say or what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that anyway because they how they is, okay? And it ain't their life for me to be that much concerned about. For real, for real. So that's what Mia said, girl. And that's where we are. Okay. So we'll see how that's gonna happen. So Wendy, let's get to Wendy. So Wendy meets with Peter Thomas. Interesting. Wendy has gone from professor to commentator to business owner to author to now trying to be a restaurant owner. Now, as much as that sounds so far off of base than who Mia is, I'm not Mia, but Wendy is. I'm kind of like, get your Kandi Burruss on. Who said that you had to only be one thing? If you feel like you can make it fit and hey, get your coin, girl, get your candy on. Do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at it. Feel what I'm saying? I feel like you getting a whole lot more done than a lot of women that have these platforms and don't fully utilize it. So I'm not me. I keep saying Mia. Wendy's coming on this platform and she's like, I'm gonna maximize it to my fullest potential. And I'm like, well, do you go in, okay? So I felt like also she probably gonna mess around and be acting next. Get her, that's gonna be her next thing she gonna be doing. She's gonna be an actress, all right. So she wants to put a restaurant in Baltimore City. And she says she wants it to be a Nigerian restaurant, right? But then she also opens up talking about how she wanted to be a library, open to the kids from 2 to 4, and something else she said. And Peter was like, hell no, like girl. Peter was like, no, ma'am, ain't nobody trying to be sitting up here watching their kids, ma'am, while they out here getting drunk. I said, I know that's right. I know this. I'm not with you on that, Peter. So, anywho, she talks about putting money up. He asked her, or at least he tells her you ain't got to put a lot of money up, just 20% you can buy into the company. So based on the location he's trying to get, her 20% would be her putting in $300,000 to purchase another location. Now, some part of me is kind of like, one, Peter, is that your money? Okay. Or is it Cynthia's? And then two, the other thing is Peter a good businessman? Because a lot of the locations be closing, but at the same time, he still have locations open, right? I think he has somewhere up there in that Potomac area. I thought he had somewhere in North Carolina, and then he has another restaurant or whatever in Miami or something. So I feel like maybe his ups and downs in the industry might be helpful for Wendy to know as she opens her own. And maybe if she puts in 300,000, she's not taking on such a big risk on owning her own company, her own restaurant or whatever. The only thing is it is going to take her about 2 years to see a return. So is she going to be okay with that? And it may not even be as much as what she put in, but she'll start seeing a little bit of money over time. I just think Wendy, with her book sense, needs to make sure that she's fully reads the contracts and fully understand. Because ain't Eddie an attorney? Let Eddie read the contracts if he agrees to this, and just fully understand what you're getting yourself involved in. That's what I'm thinking, right? So Peter is like, well, what you think? And Eddie gonna think of it because he the one that gotta approve it. She not too sure because honestly, Eddie doesn't. He don't like that she stretch herself too thin. Like you can't even manage the shit on your plate right now. How you trying to go over here and do this and do that and do that? Well, you know how us women get sometimes, girl. We think that we are Wonder Woman, Superwoman, and we can take on as much as we want to, okay, until we can't no more. So I don't know. I feel I think Wendy's going to continue to push for what it is she wants until she may see whether or not it's really affecting her kids. I don't think Eddie's opinion is going to be enough to make her stop, but I think if she sees how her children may be affected by her being too busy all the time, she might slow down. But we're also going to see that Wendy's going to end up going into the hospital because she just pushed herself too much. So that may be something to cause her to slow down just a bit. Okay. So there's that. What else we got? Ashley meets with her family. Right, she meets with her family, talk about the divorce, the finances. She says in the prenup she would have gotten just a lump sum, but and no alimony. But that I think they had to be married for 5 years. Now they're married for longer than 5 years, and the prenup is no longer valid. So I'm a little confused because I'm like, well, then now what? I believe she said that she gets half of everything. That's sorry, y'all. I think it's. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know that y'all can still hear me. Let me know that you can still hear me. Y'all can hear me? Okay. You hear my background noise too? Hopefully not. Okay, y'all hear me. I'm good. Okay. So hopefully you don't hear me. I forgot I had my thing too high. So anyway, let's keep going. All right. Where am I? Let's see. Okay. Yes. So Ashley, she's okay. So it sounds like what she's saying is that she can get half of everything. Okay. She can get half of everything that Michael has now that they've been married for longer than 5 years. Okay. So she does worry about Michael not being there to support her because she's thinking about her mama, like you had to do all of this by yourself. So do I got to do this by myself? Like, I don't really want to do that. Right. Then she says that, First of all, the kids are funny as hell to me because they were literally in the background being children, and I was cackling like a mother because production didn't stop them. Usually, when the kids are in the scene, they hurry up and get the kids out of the scene. But this time, the kids was just being the kids, and I just thought it was so funny, especially her oldest one that was making all the one that was making all the noises and the faces and doing like they are too cute. She says that she and Michael are supposed to be working on a proposal, and that proposal he's supposed to be drafting up because the family is asking questions like, okay, do you know how much money you're getting? Like, do you have an attorney? She ain't got no attorney. So he's asking all of these questions. And she's like, well, we're working on a proposal. I guess the proposal is supposed to be to divide up things. And the uncle is like, no, like, that's not making any sense. Like, you need to get you an attorney. And I agree 1000% with the uncle, get you an attorney. Okay. What else happened? So she says that Michael, yeah, we talked about that. So she tells them about them getting the house in the LLC name, which is very dumb to me because both of their names are supposed to be on it. And I'm like, Ashley, it sounds like you're so left out of the process that do you know whether or not it's going to be both of y'all names or just his name that's on it? That's what I'm wondering. Okay. So of course they tell her that she needs a lawyer or whatever instead of him being in control because that's what it's giving. Michael is still in control of everything. And that's why Ashley is afraid to get her own attorney. She's afraid to kind of fight right now in this little moment with Michael because I think that any pushback she gives him is going to be a drawback on his end and it's going to make it more difficult for her to get the things that she wants out of him. You feel what I'm saying? And then did I say that in the other part? I'm trying to see. I feel like did I mention that? Because at some point in the conversation, I think it was with Karen them, it started to make me think that Ashley could be doing this as a storyline and not actually getting a divorce from Michael. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. So Karen sent out tacos to the ladies for them to she sent out an invite. They had real tacos in it, real cute. The girls, Giselle brought her daughters in saying she don't know what spring chic is and can they help her? I said, Giselle, you don't know what anything is when it comes to fashion. Nothing. And I hate her wig so fucking much. I'm so tired of her wig sitting on her head looking like a fucking wig. And it's like, number one, you have a lot of hair. One, why don't you wear your own? Number two, why don't you pull out the front part of your hair and blend it in with the wig? Like, I'm just fucking tired. Like, it's so annoying, Giselle. Like, get this shit together. Anywho, the girls picked out a jumper saying, oh, that's cute. Oh my God, I like that. Yes, that's very springy. And I'm like, girl, it probably was the best outfit that y'all could choose out of the few. You feel what I'm saying? Out of the few. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so they get to the event. The event was very underwhelming. I did not like the decor. I did not like the long ass table covers falling to the floor. Like I said, this is not, what is this, girl? Anyway, we're introduced to Jacqueline. Giselle arrives first and lets Karen know that she believes Ashley is lying and that she doesn't want a divorce. Karen says, nah, Ashley wants a house. Okay, that's what Ashley wanted. Ashley playing is smart. Okay, she gotta learn how to play it smart. So that's what she's doing. Okay, so Ashley arrives and lets the ladies know that she found a house in Arlington that she has also put a offer in on through the LLC that they got. Girl, I can't. Ashley is now saying that she's separating and not divorcing. Girl, I said, y'all better come through with these motherfucking flashbacks. Because Ashley, you definitely said that y'all were getting a divorce, right? And then you also said that y'all were separating first before you getting the divorce. I don't know why that was so important for you to say first, but maybe you said that so that it can make sense as to why you guys are still so, connected, intertwined at this time, or either again you're using it as a storyline. So Giselle confirms that the house where Robin won, we talked about that, is in Robin's name only. I said, well, that's T, because even Ashley said, say what? So then Ashley is questioning whether she should get this divorce sometimes. And then she also had the audacity to say that she has a coochie craving for Michael. I said, girl, if you do not stop your bullshit today, stop it, ma'am. I had a coochie craving for Michael. No, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. But I had one. And it's like, girl, don't nobody have no coochie craving for that man. Girl, stop it. And you should be the last person lying, saying it's giving, you're trying to give a little bit of an excuse. to not divorce him. Maybe separate but not divorce. You had a great like I'm not gonna believe that, especially after last year when they tried to have their little anniversary in the hotel and Michael was barely paying her ass any attention, but he was looking at the wall and stuff. Like it was giving very much so beautiful gowns, like beautiful walls. These walls are nice. I like this. Like he was not paying you any attention. So I don't know why you over here talking about you have a craving for a man that's not into you like that. But anyway, Ashley, girl, what else happening? Um, yeah, Giselle tells her, well, if you hunch on Michael, then that's going to start over the separation process. And Ashley said, oh, well, that's fine. So Karen tells her that she not mad. Oh, she says, I'm not mad with you for getting what it is that your kids need. But what I will say is that his name should not be on that LLC. It shouldn't be on your house. It shouldn't at all. And I agree with Karen. Candace and Chris arrives. Ashley and Candace seem to be cordial with each other. I think we saw a scholar too. I was really happy to see a scholar. I was like, look at this scholar. Anyway, so Candace learns about Ashley's divorce by way of Robin. She's ecstatic about it. She's so happy that she says she'll throw the girl a damn divorce party if she can get rid of that mud. All right, according to Miss Candace. Now Wendy shows up. She hugs on the ladies, talk to the ladies and everything. Then when she hug on the ladies, talk to the ladies, she go over there to talk to Giselle to hug on her. Giselle said, I don't touch me now. Don't put your hands on me, girl. No, don't put your hands on me though. Okay, I'm good. I'm beautiful, actually. Girl, I'm the best of the motherfucking best. Okay, I'm the queen of the castle. I'm the only flower in this motherfucking garden, girl. I'm doing very well. Okay, but don't put your hands on me. Okay, all right, scoop it just a little bit. Thank you. I said, girl, we did not have to go this fucking far. Girl, you did not have to do Miss Wendy like that. Now, granted, I understand. Girl, I understand that you're not featuring Wendy. You're not liking her because of last season. You talking about this lady drug your whole family. That lady ain't drug your whole family. And she was doing exactly what it was you was doing. You was coming for her and her family, talking about Eddie being interested in liking IG models and all this other stuff. You were saying a whole lot. Oh, you getting your body done to please your husband because he's out here doing this or that. That's not making any sense. You sat up here and dragged Wendy. Wendy decided to leave it all in the past, go over there and hug you, say, speak to you. Y'all are sorors or whatever. And then you gonna tell this lady to scoot back. Wendy said, well, okay, I like it. Okay. And Giselle said, bye. She was like, okay, bye. I was like, woo. Good job, Wendy, because you could have cussed her out in that moment. But let her have it. Let her and her nastiness stay right where it's at. And we're going to go ahead and head out, okay? So Giselle turns around, and I actually holler when Giselle... Giselle said, nah, wasn't that the fakest shit ever? Girl, she was really appalled. It was the fakest shit. Girl, that was the fakest shit ever. Like, what the hell is that? Woo, Lord. I said, Giselle, you still pissed about the reads Wendy gave you last season. You still mad, huh? That's what it was. You must have watched that episode before you start filming. So you could stay in your moment of how you felt at that time, because that's what it's giving. So Giselle says that Giselle, this was another thing, because she said something else in the confessional about Wendy saying things about her family or whatever. And I said, but you can sit up here, dog the shit out of Karen as well, talk about Ray, how he's into somebody else, do this, do that, but then still want to hug up, love up, hang out with Miss Karen, but you're too good to hug on Miss Wendy. That was you making it clear. I know who I'm going to have beef with again this season to keep the drama going. Got you. So then, what else? Giselle can barely let Mia get in the building because Mia does show up. Giselle can barely let Mia get in the building before she start asking her about her cancer, saying, oh, girl, is this what cancer look like? Is this what it's giving? So Giselle asked Karen about whether she talked to Mia and about her social media. And I'm like, who are y'all to ask somebody that? Like, have you talked to her about her social media? Like, who do you think you are? Like, y'all always trying to police somebody on some etiquette type stuff. And y'all been like that really since this show started, like season 1. Y'all always have been like that. It's just sad that y'all still doing that. Okay. So anyway, but some part of me is like this. Y'all be trying to do it to Candace. I can appreciate y'all are at least doing it to Mia as well. Okay, cool. So Giselle says your post was giving very much attention seeking. And Mia said, well, girl, I don't, no, man. She's like, I don't need to get no attention. Like, I don't need to seek any of that. All right. And then after Robin arrives, Mia goes off on Giselle, and I was here for it. Mia goes off and tells her, listen, when I made that post, girl, she said I was hurting. She says the doctors believe that I have lymphoma and it's been hell for me and my family. And for you to think that I would put a post up to a hat to attention seek or whatever, girl, fuck you. Okay. Period. Okay, girl, F you. And the way Karen turned her head and was like, now see, Giselle, I done told you. The way she turned her head, girl, I was hollering. I thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Because Karen was like, now I told this bitch to leave that girl alone. Now I told her, here it is, Giselle getting cussed out yet again. And I ain't got nothing to do with it, okay? So that was pretty much the episode. You know, it was cute or whatnot. We'll see what the season is going to give us over time, all right? Let's see what you guys are saying. I do appreciate that Robin called out everyone because they all said the same thing. I may not be too keen on Mia, but I would have knocked Giselle his. I agree with Giselle on this one. Mia is a known liar. She put 20 on 10 all the time. I mean, that is true. We may learn more about that as the season goes on. What else? Why is Mullet still on the show? Ooh, she should be permanently embarrassed by the cheating passer. Oh, not Mullets. My God, today. All right. In the midst of trying to destroy Wendy's marriage, but mad that she spoke facts about your life. Exactly. 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 She thought Giselle actually got over things as fast as she expects people to get over the SHI. She says to them, yeah, 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 yeah. That's why Jizzy hateful. What hateful stuff? Oh, that's why Jizzy hateful stuff gonna be super lonely when the girls leave. Can't even make a friend out of a coworker. Listen, when Giselle was talking about her daughters, she wanted to cry. They kept the camera on her, and that's what I don't like about Giselle. Like, girl, if you misty eyed over your daughters getting older, like, girl, I feel you on that. Like, shed a tear. Come on, Nikki, drop a tear. Drop a tear. Drop a tear, Giselle. I can't stand how production be trying to protect her in that case. But y'all constantly show whenever, Miss Candace got her triangle napkin up to her eye. It's like, show Giselle too. I don't know why she was giving Wendy so much smoke when her and old boy did in fact break up. She just say no thank you and move along. She dragged your mom and that's it. And the man was for the streets. Period. Jamie, did you see how extra friendly Giselle was being with Chris? I didn't really notice that. I didn't. I didn't really notice it at that time. Low key, I was here for Giselle. LOL. Love you, Wendy, though. Let's see. Ashley is too pretty to be chasing that old man, girl. If you don't get someone your own age, okay? Question: did Michael have a coochie craving? Is the ooh baby? Listen, he did. He had a coochie craving for the other lady that was down there that was trying to get on his wife. Okay, so there's that. Thank you so much, Claudette, for the super chat. I missed the live, but hey, honey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. And then I'm gonna wrap this up. Giselle is upset with Wendy for what she started. Wendy finished and she couldn't keep up. All right. So there's that. All right. I thank you guys so much for joining. Please be sure to hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Subscribe to both channels, Jamie That's Me and Jamie That's Me too. All right. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie That's Me. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye bye.